Good morning, everyone. We are continuing with Merging with Śiva, chapter 45, entitled Spiritual Training, from the 1972 Master Course. Continuing second half of Lesson 310, Loyalty to One's Satguru. Upon hearing of these soul-searching procedures, known as vrātyastoma, so this is referring to when someone leaves a guru and then comes back, they have to prove themselves. So it's referring to what they should do when they come back to prove themselves. Upon hearing of these soul-searching procedures, known as vrātyastoma, most will bow out without a word and seek less demanding groups, thus proving their insincerity. These time-proven methods prevent detractors from returning to further disrupt the group from the inside more effectively than they could from the outside. Gurudev is having fun. If the seeker is qualified to be readmitted after completing the prāyaśchitta, he must begin at the beginning study level and be given no special privileges, positions, or recognition in respect of his prior association. The protection of the fellowship is of utmost importance for the benefit of each devotee and for the continuing spiritual unfoldment of the Guru or Swāmī himself. One should not be so naive to think that disgruntled former devotees would not seek reentrance for the purpose of disrupting the organization, or be sent on a mission from an adversarial group to rejoin in order to disrupt. All this and more has happened to gurus and swāmīs since the turn of the century. There are three kinds of gurus that are traditionally available to guide the soul. The first, of course, are the parents. Next is the family guru, or a guru chosen by the children. The third guru, often the most suave, the most attractive, but in reality always the most demanding, is Vishvaguruji Maha Maharaj. He does live up to his name in all ways, for Vishwa means everything and everyone in the world, and Guru, of course, means teacher. Maharaj is great ruler. Vishvaguruji, as I call him, seemingly teaches so patiently, yet accepts no excuses and remains unforgivingly exacting in his lessons. Everyone living on this planet has a guru, whether they know it or not. When the world becomes the teacher, the lessons can be rough or enticing, unloving or endearing, unpleasant, or full of tempestuous, temporary happiness. The world is relentless in its challenges, in the rewards it offers, the scars it leaves, and the healing it neglects. The unrelenting Vishvaguruji works surreptitiously through the people you meet as past life karmas unfold into this life. He never gives direct advice or guidance, but leaves the lessons from each experience to be discovered or never discovered. His sutra is learn by your own mistakes. His way of teaching is through unexpected happenings and untimely events, which are timely from his point of view. Unnecessary karmas are created while the old ones that were supposed to be eliminated smolder, waiting patiently for still another birth. Pleasure and pain are among his effective methods of instruction. Vishvaguruji is the teacher of all who turn their backs on parents, elders, teachers, gurus, or swāmīs, laws and traditions of all kinds. It is not a lingering wonder why someone who once abandoned a loving guru or swāmī We want to return from the world and go through the vrātyastoma reentrance procedures, no matter what it takes. Lesson 311, the world as your guru. Those on the Anava Marga, the path of the external ego, often claim to be their own guru. Some untraditional teachers even encourage the attitude. However, being one's own guru is a false concept. Traditionally, one would be his own guru only if he were initiated as such, and his guru left the physical body. Even then, he would be bound by the lineage within the sect of Sanatana Dharma he dedicated his life to, and would still maintain contact with his Guruji within the inner world. Therefore, he would not really ever be his own guru at all. Being one's own guru is a definite part of the Anava Marga, a very important part. It is raw, eccentric egoism. Teenager doesn't become his own teacher in school. A medical doctor doesn't become his own professor and then get a license to practice signed by himself. Nor does a lawyer, an engineer, or even an airline stewardess. So logic would tell us that those pursuing something as sensitive, as personal and final as the path to perfection cannot on their own gain the necessary skills and knowledge to be successful in the endeavor. Well, we are having fun here, aren't we? Yes, we are, Gurudeva. But it's also a serious subject. Think about it. In the realm of training and responsiveness, we can say that there are two basic margas or stages, the Anava Marga and the Jnana Marga. Those on the Jnana Marga know they need someone in their life who has already attained what they are seeking to attain, who can see ahead of their seeing and consciously guide them. This is the traditional path of Hindu Dharma leading to self-realization. Those on the way of external ego have met many teachers, tested them very carefully, and have found them all not meeting up to their standards. They are the devotees of Sri 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 Vishwaguru Maha Maharaj Ji, members of his Bhoga Bhumi ashram, place of pleasure. The regular daily sadhana is stimulating the desire for sex, for money, for food, or clothing. Unlike other ashramas, there are no apparent boundaries or clear-cut guidelines. Followers are free to do as they please. All classes are open to everyone, from the most high-minded studies to the most devious and low-minded. Advanced low-minded classes feature how to do in your enemies and remain undetected, how to access pornography on the internet, one of the great tools of the ashrama, and then participate in its pleasures it recommends. There are courses on effective ways to beat the children, abuse the wife or husband to maximize domestic chaos. Executive education includes how to climb a corporate ladder, the pros and cons of saving face when rightly accused, and downing your accuser as misinformed or as a perpetual liar. One whole department is dedicated to self-indulgence. Advancements in technology provide never-ending novelty. There is experiential training in crime and punishment, in terrorism and being terrorized, revenge, retribution, and the quest for forgiveness. Vishwaguruji has licensed assistant teachers all over the globe, in every city and small community, in every country. In fact, every facet of our lovely planet participates in his training programs at every moment in time. Mid-range subjects include politics, how to lose and still gain in the process. Love and relationships is very popular, with intensive in promiscuity, marriage, infidelity, and divorce. How to find your little self and make it big, name and fame, is among the top 10 pursuits. There are numerous variations on the acquisition and loss of property. Suicide and threatening suicide to get your own way have many students. Certain subjects are compulsory, including the quest for health and longevity, and the reality of decline, death, and dying. The emotional wing is always full, especially the sessions on joy and sorrow. Anger is overcrowded, and jealousy too. The list goes on and on. How to be totally committed to being non-committed keeps many from advancing into higher grades. Keeping your children from becoming interested in religion, lest it hamper their education and job possibilities, has lots of apparently intelligent advocates. Making a living is one of the largest branches, with a recent addition on remaining sane while holding 3 jobs. Understanding your rebellious teenager and other parenting challenges are very big. How to have a family and neglect it at the same time, subtitled Latchkey Kids, is the latest rage. Most ashramites or bogies are swamped with so many subjects they struggle 24 hours a day and still never catch up. This is a very tough school, and the odd thing is enrollment is automatic. Even without applying for a course, you wind up studying it. It's the default when the guidance of other gurus is rejected. Vishwaguruji has many doors for entering his ashrama and only one for exiting. Gradually, eventually, and it takes many lifetimes, everyone comes to see that he is leading them to an understanding that every freedom has its price, every action has its reaction, that the path to perfection is up and up and up. So you can tell your friends, I have a guru and you have one too. Everyone has a guru, whether they know it or not. All 3 gurus, parents, family guru, and Vishwaguruji, unanimously say, it's a dirty job, but somebody has to do it. Vishwaguru's school of hard knocks eventually delivers all errant seekers back to a Satguru, shaman, rabbi, priest, or minister. In order not to repeat his training, you either learn through the tough reactions of his courses or gentler lessons under the guidance of the 2 other traditional gurus. All gurus are conspirators in the evolution of the soul, and Sri 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 Vishwaguru Maha Maharaj Ji is no exception. Oh, that one's lots of fun, huh? So everybody has a guru, whether they know it or not. Wonderful day.